What is going on, guys? Back with another video. It is Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you guys had a fantastic week. Um, we are up 3K today. We are up 3K. Rounding this to 1,500. This is on the leader account, right? So we also traded this on another account. So in total, 3K today. Solid day today. Honestly speaking, in the morning, all you really had to do, the morning was actually pretty easy. Um, all you really had to do is press buy. Realistically speaking, like hindsight, but we just go ahead and jump on the higher time frame, see what's happening overnight session. Um, and I don't think we had any news today actually. Let me see. Forex Factory. I don't think we had any news. It's Canadian, U.S. No, it's okay. So no red folder news, just a bunch of yellow stuff. Um, Again, follow me on Twitter, guys. I post a lot of stuff on Twitter. Um, Yo, shout out this dude right here. Shout out this dude. He's been commenting on my videos. He's also been liking my posts on Twitter. I don't know who you are, but you are a great person. Thank you so much for showing me some support, man. Really much appreciated. But this is gonna be the first trade I'm gonna be talking about. I didn't wake up for this, but a lot of people who trade inverse rally caps took this, and this is, I think, the trade of the day. This was just ran for like 400 points or something like that. The trade I caught was for around 100 points ish. But let's just jump into today's narrative. And I wanted to talk about one thing I'm starting to implement on my trading, which are uh, my key points. So, and I'm gonna start. I've been back testing them for a while now. My thing just ended actually, and I was like hesitant on implementing it on December, just because December is pretty unsafe and unstable in terms of price action, right? Um, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. So I overnight I drew out my key levels, and from the looks of it, it looked like they actually played out pretty well, right? Like I had this key level drawn out, and you started to see some accumulation right over here, and then some displacement, and then actually this key level lined up with an order block that happened today, and um, right, we tapped into my other key level and then shot back down, right? So I'm pretty happy on my key levels today. Really, I was excited to see that it actually did something with price. So shout out that. And yeah, so let me go ahead, press start off in the morning. So again, in the day, start off higher time frame, see where we're at on the day. Um, I go ahead remove my key levels for now. So, did we end up sweeping this low on ES? Let me see. Yeah, we end up. Okay, so there's an SMT here on the day. There's an SMT on the day, and then you also have this fair value gap over here as well. Um, so obviously on the day, looking pretty bullish, especially because you saw today's price action today was just very bullish, right? So this is probably the primary reason why we have the SMT here with ES. Not only that, we do have a higher time frame PDRA right over here sitting that's haven't really gotten tapped into yet. Um, so I mean that could have been your daily bias. Let me go ahead and delete every. So I get my key levels back. Cool. So hopped on the 4 hour and I hopped on the 1 hour, and I drew my key levels around yesterday, um, and started playing around that. But so today I actually woke up late. I didn't trade until later in the AM session. Um, so I missed the first trade completely. The first trade was that everyone, ever their moms took it, right? Let me go ahead and go on the 1 minute. But why does it take us to 1 p.m.? 6. I swear to God, something's been up with this trading view stuff. Like, I don't know what's happening. Let me see. Let me check the 15-minute. If there's nothing. Yeah, okay. So on the 15-minute, again, on the higher time frame of the day, we're at a SMT, and there's a PD array to our left that hasn't gotten tapped into. There's a 15-minute fair value gap right over here that's getting completely respected, and we're just hanging around that for now, right? So price continues to do its thing. Market opens right around here, and we start to see some momentum up, right? And again, we kept tapping into this 15-minute just to see let's go higher. Now, I think I don't know again because I didn't take this trade. I don't know if there is an SMT around here for this. No, there's no SMT. Yeah, there's no SMT here. So even though this trade just ran for a lot, this inverse, you would have to go off of your draw of liquidity and your higher time frame bias, just because there's not really much that's happening here in terms of what price is doing, right? I mean, technically we are bouncing off of a order block as well, right over here on this 3-minute, but all you really have to go off of is on the day SMT, and then we have on the day SMT, and we have this PD array here that we have not tapped into it yet. So that's really all you have to go off of. Like, see, it keeps resetting it, like so I keep having to going back. So that's really all you had to go off of, because this fair value gap, it's kind of random. I don't really, you know what I mean? Like, you really have to be like trusted and invested in your daily bias for today to take this long, right? So you could have entered off of candle closure. You guys know the deal. Stop loss right about here, and then break even's really close as well, right? You could have. This is a pretty safe trade. Break even would have been right here. Just let it play out. It never touches break even, and it just continues absolutely going crazy. Continues absolutely going crazy, and you're gonna see like this is wild. Like right now, it's at 244 points. I know a lot of people took this trade. Starts to chop around a bit, but again, bullish order flow. It's a 1-minute fair value gap right here. You know, we haven't touched it, so you know it's good. Like, look, dude, this trade just keeps running. Right now, it's at 333 points. This trade runs to like 400 something, I promise you. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. And this is the first trade that happens today. Again, it went up to my key level, so I use my key. I'm gonna start using my key levels to pivot around my trades now. But yeah, this was an amazing trade, really. Just going off of your higher time frame bias, right? Break evens right here, never stopped out, never got closed back to break even or stopping you out. So this trade was absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so that's the first trade. And the second trade, this is the second trade I took. So I actually woke up around this time and I saw prices just ripping. I'm like, okay, if I take a trade, it's definitely to previous day high, which is marked out as right over here, right? This is yesterday's high that we have not tapped or taken out yet. So drop liquidity was here. You know, you definitely want to trade with the trend. You don't want to, you know, try to cash the top and, you know, catch an inverse to the downside, right? You might get completely destroyed. But stuff is lining up still. Like, right, you get a retrace right over here on the 1-minute. I did not enter off of that. So, I mean, bullish order flow all around. Just continue trading with the trend. So I was waiting for a little pullback. You know, I was waiting on the 5-minute to get a little pullback. See, on this 5-minute, we get this one right over here. Originally, I was watching this to see if we could get somewhat of a pullback to this 5-minute. So it would have looked something like this. Path. So it would look something like this. Entered it right around here. Hopefully, um, whether it's an inverse or just like a regular fair value gap tap, something simple. You don't want to overcomplicate it. Today's trade was not an inverse trade. Today was really just a retrace on a 1 minute. I combined with an order block. You guys are gonna see it right now, and that's literally what I entered off of, right? So I entered this trade. We have a 1 minute fair value gap right over here. Now this also combines with an order block, right? And my also extra confluence I had is that it lined up with my level, right? I had this key level drawn out overnight, lined up. So I took this trade. As soon as we started to see momentum off of this. Um, Again, I really wanted to target previous day high. So my risk ratio, you know how I do 20 points max. 20 points max. So 1.83 solid ratio. Then we just completely destroyed previous day high and just continued running, right? So my trade actually ran for quite a while. As soon as we saw this and I saw this momentum, I'm like, okay, I want this next key level right over here. End up taking the key level, and we start to see a reversal, and yeah, that's all she wrote. Let me go check what we're doing in time right now. Yeah, so you also have this model right over here. I know people love catching this model, right? As soon as we end up taking like buy side of the curve right over here. So let me curve, right? So we have buy side right over here, right? I'm gonna go ahead and change this color to like red. Actually, no, I'll change it to white. White. So we have buy side of the curve right over here. The model that people love to use, and I have a model as well that I have not used in a while, is as soon as we just run buy side and we start to see a reversal, if it gives out fair value and respects it, I tend to like draw Fibonacci this to pull back. No, the highest pullback. Is it this one? Yeah, it's into the highest pullback. And just target it like this. And you want to target the -2 to -2.5, right? So this would have been another trade completely, but I locked off. I didn't want to trade anymore, right? I'm up a good amount on both of my accounts. So this is another model, bread and butter, that I used to do a lot, but I haven't seen it in a while, or I haven't caught it in a while, just because, I either log off or this happens way too later in the PM, or I just fail to catch it, right? One thing I want to start, like I've been trying to practice, is just recognizing all the models I have live in time. It's definitely hard to do so, right? Because you're so focused on like if your drop liquidity is right, is your bias right, if this is a good trade, or this is good for value gap, if this is a good inverse, is this a valid SMT. So there's just so many things to worry about. So it's kind of hard to, um, picture all of your models in your head. But this is another model. I know some people just take it off of this fair value gap right over here. See, we tapped into it so many times and never closed above it, and you slowly start to see momentum out of it, right? So you could have entered like around right over here, candle closure up top, 20. This would have been 30 points. I would have done 20, right? 20 max. But if you want to give it wiggle room, of course, just put it at the high. Break even to slow, right? You could also targeted. Look at this, dude. It also runs back into this key level, like taps into this key level. If your goal was this key level, this would have been amazing. Never stops you out, right? So you could have break even, never stops you out fully, and it continues running for the rest of the day. So this would have been 264 points, right? So there's just so many trades today that would have just absolutely ran. Right. So the beginning trade, this trade I showed you, and this third trade was absolutely amazing. Um, and yeah, I think that is pretty much it. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday. Peace.